like I got a trick up my sleeve this year. I like my lineup, I like my guys, and I feel like they're great basketball players right now. At point guard, I got John Wall. At shooting guard, I have Ray Allen. At small forward, I have the new card, Tim Thomas. At the 4, I am running Anthony Davis, and at the center, I'm running Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I'm doing this for my family and myself because this is like me chasing a dream. So I've always felt like if you chase your dreams, you can accomplish them. So this is one thing I want to do in my life is win something I've dreamt of winning. Experience is great, but I feel like on game day, it's just it's a lot about playing your game and not getting into your nerves. I feel like I played well last year, but just a few things I could touch upon that can make me a great player. It's like a book, kid. I'm back. It's looking scary for y'all.
Representing the NBA 2K community in Asia, content creator RD invited us to his studio and shared his thoughts on NBA 2K23.
So I just logged in 2K, and you see that's me, D-Rose9277. I've been using this account since 2K16. That was my first park game. Every year, I give a brief tutorial of how the build system works this year. I just give them all the tips that you guys have to know, and then I start testing all the builds. So basically here at Beast of the East Court, as you guys can see, it's easier to recognize once you have the logo. It's my 3rd year getting logo, and this year's logo came so quick. I got so surprised, and I just have to say, well, thank you, really appreciate it. When the game released, you get logo on the first month. That means a lot for a content creator like me. And my audience is happy for me, and they can actually, trust me a little bit more on the building. My favorite build so far, I gotta say, is 6'9" point guard that has 99 driving dunks, and that build's crazy. Usually, when we talk about point guard, it's usually small guards are better, but this year big guards are actually super good. You can actually dunk everything with that 99 driving dunk, and that puts it right as Hall of Fame. So 6'9" point guard is the best build so far for me. What's the best for 5v5 and then 3FC on the park? What's the best for like guards? What's the best for center? Not many local YouTubers out there here, so every time I make a build video, everything has to be legit. To make sure that all my audience are getting the right builds.
Welcome back to Expert Tips. I'm Mike Wang, Gameplay Director for NBA 2K, and today let's talk about defense in NBA 2K23. If you elevate your defense to elite status, you'll be able to neutralize the hottest scorers and be a real asset to your team. To guard the player closest to the ball, press the Swap Player button. If you want to guard a specific player, press the Icon Swap bumper, and choose the player's icon closest to the player you want to defend. To increase your defensive intensity, hold the left trigger while moving with the left stick. If you need to move faster while playing Intense D, you can also hold the sprint trigger. You can also crowd the ball handler by pushing into them with Intense D held. Let's review shot defense. To contest a shot, hold the right stick up, and your player will close out on the shooter with a hand up to challenge the shot. You can also attempt to block the shot by pressing the block button. Careful though, the more aggressively you contest, the higher the chance of committing a foul.
They're doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
If you're looking for a steal, try pressing the steal button to poke the ball away from players with poor ball control. Make sure not to spam the button, and remember that timing is crucial. If you mistime the steal attempt, you're likely to commit a foul or get beat off the dribble. Look for moments when the ball is exposed or when the ball handler is over-dribbling. Avoid fouls by playing smart defense. You need to play defense by moving your feet, but you can also take advantage of using your hands with the Pro Stick. If you hold the right stick up, your player will hold their hands up. This is a good way to deflect passes. If you move the Pro Stick left or right while in a defensive stance, you can move your hands to play the passing lanes, and hopefully
if the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. I came up, who I was down. change up, stay far around me. I came up, ooh, I was down. You change up, stay far around me. Same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big game plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Ay.
Here with Tim Swartz and Brian Banafitemi, I'm Blake Suniga, and it's good to have you with us. Our starting lineups, a look at the matchups here, and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. This game could turn out to be a fast-paced and frantic battle, considering how both of these teams like to get out and attack in transition.
We'll see high-pressure defense and quick offense. Teams not really spending too much time getting into their sets. It's a great way to get ahead of the slower-paced team, but with both teams running at top speed, this could get interesting.
Well, the real test is going to be the stamina of these two squads. I think they're really bound to get worn out if they spend all game trying to outrun each other.
Now here's Robinson. Pass to Smith. Back to Robinson. Clock at 4. Cole with the ball. The 3. And now Egbo. And the shot counts. He's fouled. That's a chance for a 3-point play.
That rebound and the follow, it shows you what she's all about. Gritty, determined, and a soft touch to match. Well, basketball is life in the state of Indiana. From high school to college to pro, they just love the game at every level in the Hoosier State.
Find the lanes. One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Playing in basketball-crazed Indiana, the Fever have a great following, and you'd expect nothing less.
Yeah, for sure. These fans are awesome. They're loud, and they really know the game. Indianapolis has to be one of the best stops in the entire league.
But he should be thanking her for that miss.
Pass to Robinson. Back to Vivians. One up, one down. 2 points with her first shot in this game.
Took advantage of some shoddy D there. They got to at least get a finger on her.
Now here's Howard. Outside Parker. To the left wing. Parker with the screen. Wheeler can't get it to go. Here's the Fever with the ball. And we're about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Right side, Robinson. Pass to Egbo. Hold. Outside, Vivians. Off target from outside. Now Hillman. Howard. Outside Wheeler. Over Robinson. Another miss by Erica Wheeler. The Fever leading. Smith outside. To Hole. Lets the 3 fly. And the 3 ball is good.
Well, can't let Hole get wiggle room for these corner spots, but she can sink them.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Fever ahead. They lead by 7. And we'll be back with you shortly.
0.
quarter getting ready to start up. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
Some great defense on their part so far in this one.
They've really worked well as a unit to help on drives and rotations.
Now here's Henderson. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. The layup off target. The Dream on offense.
Before the 2021 season, the Dream had an ownership change, a welcome fresh start for Atlanta.
Here's the pick. Pulls up from the top of the key. That one a tad offline to the right, but it drops in for her.
Well, now we know the rim it doesn't have a lid on it.
Yeah, and you can just feel them getting more tense with each miss. Glad they got that first one out of the way.
Yeah, let's see if that gets them going.
Here's Cannon. And she uses a glass on the layup. And interestingly enough, an ex-player is part of the new ownership group in Atlanta.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to see more of going forward. Former players getting a chance to own teams. I think it would help the communication between the current roster and management.
She found the perfect spot behind the arc there, a big gap in the D.
Pass to Hole. A minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Here's Henderson from outside the arc. It's not going to go for her. Outside Howard. Outside McDonald. Pass to Howard. And good that time.
With good size for the guard position, Ryan Howard is able to use that size to stretch the floor.
Hole with the ball. And here's Engsler. They get it back. Now here's Henderson. The three is up. It's rebounded by McDonald.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
Back to Howard. And she hits it to tie up the game.
The second she got around the pick and shook her man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very well done.
Now here's Henderson, guarded by McDonald. Henderson with it. And no good. The dry spell continuing for us. Yes, so it's tied as we head to halftime. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half to get underway. And when you guys look back to draft classes in the 2010s, is there one that sticks out to you?
Well, that